That's kind of a small, evidently bitter type of person who would anonymously charge something foolish like that I perhaps didn't know an answer to a question. So until I know who is talking about it, I won't have a comment on false allegations.
That was Governor Sarah Palin speaking out about the post-election blame game being played right now, with some of the most scathing charges being directed against her. Attacks like former McCain staffers telling reporters that she was a diva, didn't know what Africa was. Was it a continent or a country? Describing the governor and her family as, quote, Wasilla hillbillies.
The RNC purchased clothes. Those are the RNC's clothes. They're not my clothes. I never forced anybody to buy anything. I never asked for anything more than maybe a Diet Dr. Pepper once in a while. I never have asked for anything. These are Sarah Palin's clothes. You know, we don't take anything with us. So until that's cleared up by you guys doing your job, what else can I say?
Well, I don't think she handled herself well as a candidate. I was never a big fan of the notion of Sarah Palin as a helpful vice presidential candidate. The polls showed she was a disastrous vice presidential candidate. She hurt the ticket. Her negatives skyrocketed over time. There is some very, very important news here in this story as to whether the Republican Party firmly believes that clothes make the man or clothes make the women, which is possible. The more important thing is the stories about what Sarah Palin knows and doesn't know are very important. They seem to be telling us that we live in a country where our political system can deliver to the Vice Presidency of the United States someone who does not know the countries of North America, someone who does not know the countries of Africa, doesn't know that Africa itself is not a country. This is a profound, shocking, hugely disturbing level of ignorance to have in any political candidate in this country. But this person almost made it to the vice presidency, and voters need to know that they are being lied to by their politicians and about their politicians all the time. This is very important material.
Okay. Her future, let's talk about that. I mean, Lawrence and others are obsessed with her. There's no doubt about it. But when she goes, if she
That's
runs,
certainly true. I will confess to that. That's absolutely true.
If she runs in 2012, she will have to show, if she runs for a year, that she does have knowledge and information on issues in all those debates, or she won't do well. There's no doubt about it. But the fact that Lawrence and these other folks are going wild on her now makes her ever more loved.
I just love that we can sit here and have Pat Buchanan celebrate the notion that we could have a vice president who cannot name you the countries of North America, and that he thinks that's a great thing for this country.
Pat, there's still hope.
Listen, this is an extremely intelligent... What other woman in America or man could have been dropped into that speech and then that
you
debate?
Could have found any waitress in Wasilla could tell you what countries of North America, what the countries of North America are.
How did she handle Joe Biden in the debate then, which 70 million people watched?
Look at the polls, Pat. She got killed in the debate.
McCain lost all 3 debates. He lost all 3 debates, and she did fine.
That's right. Start to check the polls, Pat. It's not just your opinion. She lost everything. She came close. She was a joke all the way through. This is not news.
Tell me, Lawrence, what did the country fall in love with from August 29th to September 12th, when she was fresh before people like you got their claws out and got them into her? How did McCain go up? What caused McCain to go up 15 points? What caused McCain to go up 15 points? You name it. From first 2 weeks of September, he went up 10, 15 points. What caused him to go up? He was not 15 points.
He was never 15 points ahead of Obama. Okay, that never happened. You're making up numbers now, Pat. Look, you come from a party that celebrates ignorance. You're not allowed to even think about evolution in your party. If you're not allowed to think about evolution, that kind of ignorance is going to trickle down.
You know what? God, I hate to end this.
Do you believe in evolution, Pat? Do you believe in evolution?
Do I believe in evolution? I believe that God created heaven and earth. God created heaven and earth. If you believe, do you believe you're descended from a monkey? I would understand it.
Here we go.
Okay.
He's got a trip to Alaska.
Richard Wolf's on his way. I'm on my way. I just love hearing you two fight over Sarah Palin.